Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Wednesday. It is the 30th of April, 2025. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Remember to join me this weekend for my Kentucky Derby preview, hopefully. Been feeling under the weather all week, so it's going to be hard getting through today's video and tomorrow's video, but we'll get through. But let's look at the eighth. And hopefully, I don't lose my voice because that's been going all day at work. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's look at the races here on Wednesday's program from Churchill, races 8 and 9. Let's get to it right now. The eighth race from Churchill, it is the Isaac Murphy Marathon. It's a listed stakes going for a purse $200,000. Races for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half here in the Isaac Murphy. Gonna take the 2 Hours Game Warden as a top selection, 2-4-3-1 in the superfecta. 2-4-3-1 super, top selection, 2 Hours Game Warden. This 5-year-old gelding by Tappet here, Norm Cassie trains. Ira Ortiz Jr. gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently at Oaklawn, a mile and a half on the 28th of March in the Temperance Hill Stakes. Second by 3 1/4 lengths that day. The winner that day, Labeth, just really sat on the front end and had his own way, quickened him nice off some pedestrian fractions, went away with it. This horse just kind of stalked him. He got around the race course well for a longer trip, which I thought he was crying out for. Not a bad race in the feed. I don't think they're gonna let Lambeth get everything his own way on the front end today, and I think they could shoot up for a horse that's gonna, get a good tracking trip like he can, and he's drawn well. I think he's sitting on that good run here today. He ran 2 back in optional 88 Oaklawn, mile and eighth in late February, and he won by a half a length. And basically from the inside, he sat back early, a little bit wide lane, a little bit drifting late, but he still had a lot in the tank to hold on. Quickened him nicely. A very good return to the races with an 86 buyer. Wasn't his best of his career, but still a very good race there. And then back here at Churchill, 9th in November, mile and eighth, in optional 80, finished 12 by 19 and a half lengths that day, and he just didn't show up that day. He just got outclassed by the others that day over a shorter trip. And then prior to that, again, Churchill, mile and eighth, and optional 80, finished ninth by 6.5 lengths. Another very wide trip, breaking from 12 to 12. He should have been in the grandstand. He just was comfortable. Biggest question with him is he had a great summer at Saratoga, and when he runs outside of Churchill, he really shows up. When he runs at Churchill, he doesn't really get the trip. He's won once here, but that came last May in a very nice claiming 50 over the mile and eighth. But ever since, other than that, he's not really run well here at Churchill. I do like his form at Oakland over the winter. Come back over a longer trip. I'm gonna give him a shot, but like I said, he's not a horse for course kind of horse. I think the 4 horse Warriors Johnny for Joel and Philip Bauer Quinn also. He was a winner in the Turkey Trot at Parks mile 70 in late November, winning by 2 1/4 lengths from a tracking trip. He came home clear, came back to run a very good third in the Tenacious at Oakland behind Saturday Crown, and then his race in the Mind Shaft. He never really showed up in that Keelan. He just was a little bit flat. But another horse, he's run well here at Churchill. 2 victors out of 10 offerings. I think he's another horse that should really benefit with some longer trip. I'm going to use him in the pick 4 here. But to recap my selection for the eighth now from Churchill, it is the Isaac Murphy Marathon. Going to take the 2 Hours Game Warden, give kudos to the 4 Hours Warrior Johnny, 2-4-3-1 Super, 2-4 in the multi race. The featured ninth race now from Churchill, it is the William Walker Stakes. It's a listed race going for a purse of $300,000, race for 3-year-olds here. 11 horses are going 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs here in the William Walker. I'm going to go with the 4 horse Normandy Coast. I'm going to go 4-6-11-1 in the Superfecta, 4-6-11-1 Super. Top selection of 4 horse Normandy Coast. This 3-year-old colt by Omaha Beach. Eddie Keneally trains. Ben Curtis gets them out. They ran the horse most recently off the turf at Keelan, 5.5 on the slop in the Palisades. He won by 3 1/4 lengths and had a dream cracking trip, cutting back in trip. He quickened up nicely and went away with a very good race on the very sloppy going. He runs like a turf horse. I like him coming to turf here today. He's drawn very well. Should see a strong days to close up into. I think he's going to be sitting there at the end, looking for a piece fit. He didn't do a lot of running here in New York, though, 2 back in the Gotham over the 1 turn mile, the Kentucky Derby prep race. He lost all chance at the beginning. He stumbled out of the gate. He got quarter horse to get good position, and then he completely crumbled. Walked under the line, finishing ninth by 55 and plus lengths. It wasn't his day to win. Throw that race out. I like him back sprinting. I especially like him sprinting on turf here today. He ran 3 back at Fairgrounds, 6 furlongs and optional 100. Winning by a neck that day from again a good tracking trip. Ran like a Her four should. He gained a lot of ground and went away with it. First start of the season, a very good run, and then in his final start as a 2-year-old at Ellis, going 7/8 in a main special weight, won by 3 quarters. Like that race set on the front end, and he went away with it. Has run some strong numbers here today. Training well on the turf at Keelan and here at Keelan on the turf and dirt. Refreshing here. I'm going to give him a shot here on the ticket. I also think the 6 horse Make It Shaney for Joe Orsino and Irad can win also. On debut last made at Goldstream. They were asking a little bit too much too soon. Came back to win, going away at Monmouth, going 5/8 on the turf course. And one off the bench, going 5/8 at Goldstream and Tapeta. He has a lot of speed to him. I like him here second off the bench against these horses. He's drawn well. I'd give him a shot here on the ticket. Even the 11 horse Governor Sam, he has a lot of speed, but he's drawn very wide, which might cost him here today. But he if he can run a race like he ran in the Indian Summer, he could definitely win. I'll give him a shot here at 8-5. I know Pac was going to send him. Hopefully he get a good trip from where he's drawn, but let's use him in the pick four. But to recap my selection for the ninth now from Churchill, it is the William Walker Stakes. Going to take the 4 horse Normandy Coast, give kudos to the 6 horse, Make It to Shaney, and the 11 horse Governor Sam. 4, 6, 11, 1 super, 4, 6, 11 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.